Now, I'm a massive Pokemon fan. Playing Pokemon games is one of the things that gives me immense joy and peace in my life. So much joy that recently I would like to flex that I beat Pokemon Emerald Imperium, one of the hardest ROM hacks. So I was able to do that on my spare time. I'm also a massive basketball fan, another thing that gives me joy in life. So why not combine two of the things I love into a video where I attempt to construct Pokemon evolutions out of NBA players? I know, wild concept, I know. I got into this idea because Twitter a few years back was like, Alperen Sengun is Charmander, Domantas Sabonis is Charmeleon, and Nikola Jokic is Charizard. And I'm like, this is the content I need more in my life. Inject it in my veins right now, please. And I feel this is content people need more in their life as well. Now, some of these I tried to rationalize with stats of Pokemon compared to players, and some is mostly just for the vibes, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. And even if you're not a Pokemon guy and think I'm just a massive nerd, this video also serves as NBA players with identical playstyles video. Can't say I don't take care of all of you guys, right? And by all means, if you guys have any other evolutions or NBA players with identical playstyles that I haven't mentioned in this video, let me know in the comment section below. I want to see like what you guys can make of this, and maybe I could put it into a part 2 if you guys love this video. Let's start off the list. Look, Luka Doncic and James Harden. I have these two as the Koraidon and Miraidon lines. Koraidon represents the past, which I feel goes for James Harden. Luka Doncic represents the future in Miraidon. Now, Luka and Harden are very similar. Love those step backs, masters in the pick and roll. Very similar, more so in pick and roll operation. Can hit every pass in the book with clean accuracy. Can get to the free throw line at a high level as well. I'm going here with a branched evolution. Aaron Gordon is Snowrun. Let's give that evolutionary line some love. He can either evolve into Blake Griffin, who is Glalie, who is perfectly balanced as a Pokemon, as all things should be. Griffin is balanced, and if you give Gordon a stone, he can evolve into Paolo Banchero, who is Frostlass. Sounds right to me. But these are three strong big forwards. Gordon is athletic, defensive-minded, playmaker. Griffin is in the same mode as athletic, playmaker, shooter, finisher, and Banchero, also a high-level forward, can do different things, just versatile players really. Trevor Ariza, who is Sneasel, evolves into Trey Murphy, who is Weevil. Two 3-and-D lanky forwards can shoot the ball off movement and anywhere on the floor. Trey Murphy is the greater version due to his offensive growth as a ball handler and creator. Dennis Smith Jr. and Steve Francis. Two uber athletic small guards who were pretty inefficient, whose games were primarily based on getting to the rim. Steve was a better point guard and passer than Dennis. I'm going to give Dennis Hoot Hoot and Steve Noctowl. Lamar Odom, Ben Simmons, and Draymond Green. Draymond has to be a fighting type. I damn sure made that a thing, and I stuck by it. If Draymond was not in the NBA, he should try out for UFC or WWE. One of those, please. I'll give these three the Swords of Justice legendary trio. These three guys are exceptional playmaking forwards, Swiss Army knife type of guys who can bring the ball up, make plays, all have sketchy jumpers, but effective everywhere else on the floor. Draymond is Kabalion, Ben is Virizion, and Lamar Odom is Terrakion. I know Ben Simmons is a shell of himself, which breaks my heart because I put a ton of stock into this man and it backfired on me. I'm sad, man. Like, the memories of 2019 Ben. Do y'all remember 2019 Ben Simmons? 2019 Ben Simmons, man. Like, he was special. He was special, man. I put a ton of stock and it all went downhill, man. It's sad times. Moving on. Amen Thompson and Asar Thompson. I'm putting these guys as legendary Pokemon on their way to becoming some elite ball players on their respective teams. Both monsters defensively with exceptional cut-in ability. Can't shoot though. I want to give these guys the Eon duo. Amen Thompson is Latios and Asar Thompson is Latias. I hate to do the man like this. I have to put Magikarp and Gyarados here. I have to do it. Cam Reddish is Magikarp, who evolves into Paul George, who is Gyarados. Look, man, Cam was supposed to be that tall ball handler who can shoot and create and defend similar to Paul George, but it just never materialized. The defense did keep him in the league though, so there is some promise. And Magikarp, even though he has poor stats all around, it's kind of sad, his stats. He has somewhat of a solid defensive stat for what it is. Paul George basically is the mature version of that. High attack, special defense, great three-point shooter with a handle who can defend and create off the dribble. Alright, let's try to crack out an Eevee evolutionary line. I need at least one chaotic line here. These are small defensive-minded, hustle, pesky guards who can also shoot the three ball a bit and just play their role. And I'm going to have Dennis Smith Jr. as Eevee. Kaysen Wallace is Jolteon. Davion Mitchell is Flareon. Drew Holiday is Umbreon. Dennis Schroeder is Espeon. Jose Alvarado is Leafeon. Patrick Beverly is Vaporeon. Matthew Dellavedova is Glaceon. And Gary Payton is Sylveon. But yeah, can y'all guys name another evolution branch just based off of like centers, forwards, or like shooting guards or something like that? I just felt like it was right for the small guard, given that, you know, Eevee's like a small Pokemon. Wes Matthews is Snivy, who evolves into Danny Green, who is Servine, who evolves into Klay Thompson, who is Superior. The evolutionary line of high-level 3-and-D guys. Klay Thompson is just the highest level of 3-and-D player, where he can make plays off of closeouts, hit shots off movement, and a versatile defender compared to Green and Matthews. Isaiah Collier is Charcadet, and this is a split evolutionary line to where he can evolve into Rajon Rondo, who is Armarouge, or Tyrese Halliburton, who is Cerulege. Collier is still raw as a scorer, but good playmaking talent. You get an upgrade in Rondo, who is a better facilitator, passer, defender, crafty finisher, and Tyrese is a fast-paced player. Cerulege has quicker speed. Tyrese also has a jumper he can fall back to, but ultimately can give you full court and half court passing. Andre Bargnani is Torchic, which evolves into Kristaps Porzingis, who is Combuskin, who evolves into Dirk Nowitzki, who is Blaziken. Bargnani was supposed to be a high-level shooter who can post and face up and make plays. It just never happened. It'd be like that sometimes. Kristaps can be a spot-up, pick-and-pop shooter, face-up. Dirk, like Blaziken, is a high-level offensive talent, high attack and special attack stats. Dirk can post up with clean, crafty footwork, deadly jump shooter in the mid-range and 3, can attack closeouts, clutch score. He's the highest of this evolutionary line. Kostas Antetokounmpo is Dratini, Thanasis Antetokounmpo is Dragoneer, and Giannis is Dragonite. All the brothers are athletic, but very raw. Not Giannis, but Dratini and Dragoneer both have poor stats all around. Dragonite completely saves this evolutionary line with a better design and much better stats. First two evolutions are kind of afterthoughts. I'm sorry, Kostas and Thanasis. Onyeka Okongwu is Growlithe, who evolves into Bam Adebayo, who is Arcanine. Both are smaller centers. Bam is more versatile as a defender than Onyeka, has more of an offensive bag, but similar in terms of facilitating, capitalizing off of interior passes, and a handoff hub. Boban Marjanovic is Munchlax, who evolves into Zach Edey, who is Snorlax. Two massive human beings who are interior oriented, post oriented, can be slow-footed at times, and don't play a massive amount of minutes. They can both get into some post hook shots going or defending the rim, but anything that revolves around the perimeter, that's a no-no, chief. It's not happening. Ricky Rubio, who is Abra, evolves into Lonzo Ball, who is Kadabra, who evolves into Jason Kidd, who is Alakazam. Giving these guys the Alakazam line, 3 very intelligent point guards, playmakers and passers, creative passers who makes their teammates better. All also can defend. All are poor finishers, but when they are going in transition, can be beneficial for the entire team. Jaleel Okafor is Cranidos, who evolves into Al Jefferson, who is Rampardos. I had to give these guys a fossil Pokemon line, 2 guys whose style of play is dated, primarily post-up, face-up back to the basket players who lack passing skills and defense. It's also pretty fitting because the Rampardos line are high attack stats Pokemon and poor defensive stats. It wouldn't look like that just by looking at them, but wait, I just thought of something. What if Jaleel Okafor is Kawaiger, Al Jefferson is Groudon, and they are the ancient Pokemon? and they're beefing. They are just tussling all the time. And then the daddy of all ancient Pokemon, of ancient post players, old school basketball, Tim Duncan, is Rayquaza, man. I think you could probably put Kevin McHale. Actually, that may fit better than Tim. It does fit better, actually. McHale is a Celtic, Rayquaza is green, and McHale was a monster post player who played long ago. Yeah, that makes better sense. Now, I need y'all to put y'all minds together. Who is the Arceus of basketball? I mean, you could say James Nesmith. He created the whole thing, right? But who is the Arceus of the NBA? I don't have an answer for this. Like, I thought Bill Russell, it made sense, paved the way for black NBA players, really one of the first dominant superstars in the league. Also, you kind of have to ponder Arceus is a balanced Pokemon. He's super strong, but balanced all the way in their stats. So is there an NBA player during the 50s to 80s whose game was so balanced and was a massive influence to basically the entire league going till now? You can't really say Michael Jordan or Larry Bird or Magic. They came well after the fact when the league was established. I just did a random Google search and I just said, who is the Arceus of the NBA? And AI immediately says LeBron James. And since he is often considered as the Arceus of... often considered by who? It is what it is. Now, I wouldn't say LeBron is the Arceus, but more so the Deoxys of the NBA. Mostly because LeBron is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Deoxys is the definition of versatile. Different ways you can play Deoxys, and he is impactful. And when I was younger, and even now, Deoxys really wasn't available in any Pokemon games, unless you had a ticket in Emerald, Leaf Green, Fire Red. And I just never knew how to get it. And the only way, if you didn't have that ticket, is to hack the game through a Game Shark or Action Replay. I feel so old saying Action Replay. I still have an Action Replay, which is crazy. The only time we got Deoxys catchable was in Omega Ruffy Alpha Sapphire, and that was in 2014. The one time legitimate accessible to everyone was in 2014 with Deoxys. And that's how I feel about LeBron. There's one time we're going to catch a talent like that. One time. But I feel the Arceus question can get your mind going. Kind of want to know how you guys feel about it. Let me know in the comment section below. Michael Porter Jr. is the evolved version of Tim Hardaway Jr. THJ is Buizel and MPJ is Floatzel. Porter Jr. has a better handle than THJ. They are both shoot first. They are shooting no matter what. MPJ has the height and better defensive and rebounding skills compared to THJ. Now, I got some legendary Pokemon here. Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving. Allen Iverson is Lugia, Kyrie Irving is Ho-Oh. Both of these guys are small guards who can score off the triple threat, mid-range, and crafty inside at the rim. Very skilled scorers who can go out and get you 20 plus a night. Two guys who have the best handles in the game. Plus Iverson and Kyrie, come on, they have some aura. Ho-Oh and Lugia, we all know they got aura. Especially Lugia, man. Look at the Lugia design. Aura, man. Come on. Look, I love Lugia. I love Lugia more than Ho-Oh. So, I'm just going to put that out there. DeMar DeRozan, who is Lucario, is the evolved version of Sean Livingston, who is Riolu. Two mid-range assassins. DeMar has a deeper bag, getting into that mid-range shot with fakes, pivots, fadeaways. Also has a tighter handle. Lucario also being a mon that is high in attack and special attack, while Riolu just has a high attack. Sean was pretty good just getting to his spots and rising up over smaller guards, but he didn't have that pivot game or versatile score, and he just knew how to get to his spots. I talked about this line before, but I haven't given them a Pokemon evolutionary line. Bones Highland, Emmanuel Quickly, Tyrese Maxey. I'm going to give them the Trico line. Bones is Trico, Quickly is Grovyle, and Maxey is Sceptile. These three dudes have small frames, shifty, can get to their shot, can get to the mid-range, utilize floaters. Bones is still raw, he's trying to get some play, while Quickly is established, can get to that floater and three-pointer. And Maxey just has much more control with his handle, better finisher, and can get to the three-pointer. And he also has that mid-range game he can get to, too. I have Zion Williamson, Giannis, and Shaq in a legendary trio. Giannis is Palkia, Zion is Dialga, and Giratina is Shaq. These three guys are forceful interior presence. Zion rivals Giannis with his graceful touch and explosiveness to the rim. Giannis rivals Zion with his long strides and powerful dunks, and also explosiveness going towards the rim. Shaq is just that dominant interior force who could punish any defender put on him. Bol Bol, who is Dreepy, Chet Holmgren is Dracloak, and Victor Wembanyama is Dragapult. I love Dragapult. Dragapult is one of my favorite new Pokemon introduced, but these guys are very tall, who has a handle, who are also play finishers. Bol is still raw and slower. Chet has a capable handle, very good play finisher, shooter, defender, and then Wemby has the strongest handle of the three, can play finish, high level defender, make plays, generational talent. When Dragapult was introduced, man, he was off the gates great, elite, amazing. That's how Wemby is. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Please let me know your Pokemon evolutions in the comment section below. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe for more NBA off-season content like this. I do NBA breakdowns where I'm actually serious too. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.